Basketball, NCAA tournaments going on. Everybody watch the games? Cool. I was in Vegas, met my college roommate to go watch some games. He chews tobacco. He's a dipper. He spits and everything to get his hands on. Him and I were watching a game, and he left, and I picked up a beer thinking it was mine. I took a huge gulp. Yeah, Bud Light Lime. Drink spit. Yeah. There's something weird when your mind thinks you're doing something, your mouth disagrees. That's like very different. I look like Gene Wilder. Are you guys thinking that? Yeah. That's cool. I know it's because a homeless man shouted at me across the street. I didn't give him any change, and I walked by, and he goes, "Oh, you ain't gonna throw in, you Willy Wonka looking motherfucker!" It was one of those insults that is so true, you're kind of like, "Hey, yeah." All right, I look like Gene Wilder. I'll take that. That's fine. That's cool. I've been doing a lot of traveling. I was at the airport, and I was waiting. I had a delay, and this woman walked by, and she dropped her passport and didn't notice it, and she took off. So I was like, "Oh my God!" So I grabbed her passport. I ran after her. I'm like, "Excuse me, miss, but I think you dropped this." And she turned around. She's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." And she was attractive. And she's like, "Oh, that would have been terrible." I'm like, "I know." Oh. She's like, "Thank you so much." I'm like, "Not a problem." And she's like, "Can I buy you a cup of coffee?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got time." So we went and had coffee, and we started talking and just hung out for like 2 hours, and then we exchanged emails and whatnot, and we've been talking, and in a couple weeks she's gonna come see me. Thank you. At least that's what I wish would have happened. Because what really happened is, she was walking by me and her passport did drop, but instead I just did this. Like some pissed off security guard. I didn't say thank you or excuse me or you drunk. I just pointed at her like a disapproving stepfather. Like that's a missed opportunity of fate. Fate's like, "Here, Tim," and I'm like, "No, fuck you. You disgust me." Now, in my defense, my mind was a little preoccupied. I was just recently, before that, I was in the men's room, and I was taking out my last edible for the flight home so I can be all high. And as I was taking out my pocket, it fell on the floor. And my first reaction was like, I don't want anybody to know I'm eating weed, so I picked it up and I ate it real quick. But then that second reaction of like, "You idiot, you just ate something off the men's bathroom floor in an airport." I mean, the place where anybody walks in, they just walk like surgeons, they don't touch anything. Wait outside, don't come in here. It's like horrible. And I put it in my mouth. Like that's something you're taught as a kid, like don't put that in your mouth. So then I got high on the plane and was worried about the diseases that I had contracted. Someone tried to sell me a gun the other day. In the most illegal and casual way it's ever happened. I was in Atlanta and I went for a run through the park. And I was running, there was this gentleman sitting on a park bench, and in his lap he had a red handkerchief. And as I ran by, he just flipped it open and there was a gun. A pistol, a handgun, a piece, sitting there. And at first I was like, is he like passive aggressively trying to intimidate me? But I knew he wasn't, he just did this. He went. Which you and I both know is, this is for sale, would you like to purchase it? Don't worry, I handled it very cool, I just kept running, went like that. Just like I was at the Gap. And they're like, "You need help finding jeans?" I'm like, "No, I'm cool, Asher, thanks a lot for that." And then I kept running, and if you've ever run away from somebody with a gun, it's a very unique sensation. Because you're just worried that they're going to shoot you. And I may be fast, but I can't outrun bullets. So then I ran a little way and I found 2 gardeners and I was like, "Listen, man, there's a guy with a gun and you should call the cops and have him get down here because it's scary." And they're like, "Yeah, thank you." And then I was sitting there, I was like I don't know much about guns. And I don't know much about sales, and I don't know much about gun sales. But this guy is the worst gun salesman ever. First of all, know your market. Right? A moving target is impossible to try to sell. "Excuse me, sir, would you like to buy a handgun?" Oh, damn it. "Excuse me, miss, would you be interested in buying it?" I'll get her on the next loop. She's slowing down. Yeah, it's impossible to sell that. The second thing is know who you're selling to. Runners don't need guns. Right? As I'm running through the park, I don't need a gun. I don't know why. Maybe he went home and his wife's like, hey, honey, did you sell that gun? He's like, no. And she's like, well, where are you going to sell this gun? He's like, I'm going to the park. She's like, that makes sense. Well, who are you trying to sell it to? And he's like, runners. She's like, runners? He's like, yeah, runners. She's like, why would runners need guns? He's like, I think they do. I don't know. Maybe they want to use it for like a starting pistol. Maybe when they get to the park, they're like, I want to start. They go bang and they run real fast. I don't know. It's possible. She's like, you're an idiot. I shouldn't marry Greg. And as a runner, I know that you don't. I've never wanted a gun while I was running. Yeah, I take that back. Like when you're running and there's like a slow lane and a fast lane and there's walkers in both and you can't cut around, then I wish I had a gun. Not to shoot them, just to give them a good scare. You know? Fire it off, let them separate, hit the ground, and then I can make a nice pace for the next mile.